Hey guys, welcome back to Heiko Shaves. It is time for another shave. I have let it grow out for the last almost 3 days so that we have a little bit of some stubbles to test a new razor. I've already, upside down. I've already introduced this one here. This is the German 37 made by RazoRock, which has a little bit of the Italian theme going on. I also have a RazoRock soap, XXX. This is actually made in Italy. And the RazoRock XXX aftershave, also made in Italy. So all their fragrance-based products, soap, aftershave, that stuff is made in Italy. Razor, unfortunately, I cannot tell you where it was made. It doesn't say on the box, it doesn't say on the razor either. It also came with a pack of Derby Extra. So you guys have been pointing out that, you know, you are always using Wilkinson Sword. I do that intentionally just so I have a better comparison between razor to razor if I stick with the same blade, but your wishes are my command. You said that I should use more different blades, so now we're going to use a Derby Extra. Already took it out. A little bit some wax here on the paper. Let's open that up so I can get to the blade. Oh, it's really sharp too. Don't cut yourself. Yeah, so these blades always have a little bit of some sticky residue from the wax there. So let's put that here. Let's get the razor out. Little box. It's actually pretty impressive. So this German 37, following other internet sources, is most likely a clone of the Merkur 37C, which was introduced or first produced in the 1950s, and on the RazoRock webpage they say that the German 37 was modeled after a German razor from the 1950s. So German 37, 37C, Merkur, kind of I connected the dots. Difference is this one here is most likely made in China, has a stainless steel handle, whereas the the Merkur 37 would have zinc alloy, cast material galore, even the handle. The top, yeah, it's just a Slant razor. They let you choose from 5 different handle designs. Here, this one is called the Bulldog. I just picked, you know, the simplest looking one, I guess. So, German 37 RazoRock. The company is in Ontario, Canada, and we're gonna see how it goes. Other reviewers online in some forums, they mentioned that the Merkur and the RazoRock are fairly similar, and yeah, major difference, $25 versus $50 for the Merkur. That's why I went for the cheaper option. The rest of our products here is going to be RazoRock soap, XXX, the aftershave. I don't have a matching pre-shave, so we're going to use Praso White Sensitive Skin this time for a pre-shave. And I don't have a RazoRock soap either, so we're just going to pick one here in front of me. Let's do something Italian sounding, the PAA Pellegrino. Someone pointed out that this green looks like a kiwi, and that's true. Even has a little bit of the, you know, here's like a dark line going through. This is like the artistic, not every handle is the same, I'm assuming. Synthetic bristles, a little on the soft side for my taste. They get a little floppy when they are wet, but that's fine. So I will pause real quick, put the pre-shave on, fill all my water containers down here, and then we're gonna get going, all right?
5 minutes later.
All right, guys, I'm back. The pre-shave is on my face. The white is actually much more creamy. It has a little bit of a lemon scent to it. At least that's what I perceive. So let's get back to the soap. RazoRock XXX Italian shave soap. I just went by soap description and the scent description. Unfortunately, they don't sell those small samples. So you have to commit to a full-size container, which is 150 milliliters or 5 ounces, but it's only $10 if I'm not completely mistaken. The aftershave is $12.99. So for $23, you get a full set. It reminds me a little bit of Arco, but way less intensive. And a little mentholated. So there's some menthol in it. That's why I picked it. So it's kind of a clean smelling soap. It's like one of those, you know, just doesn't have any specific notes that I can pick up. I can smell the menthol a little bit. There's maybe also a little bit of lemon in there. Let's see if we can read some. There's aloe, shea butter, yeah, fragrance, perfume, and there's tallow acid in here as well. So I'm not sure. Citral, so lemon a little bit, and menthol. All right, let's put the razor together here real quick. Typical 3-piece, right? So we're grabbing our little derby, just drop that onto the top here, and then put the bottom plate on top. So it's kind of a 3-pin design, so 2 pins that do the line up and the threaded piece in the middle. So like this, right? Normal 3-piece. And then you don't want to slip off and cut your fingers open. There is a little bit blade overhang here on both sides. As I already mentioned, it's a slant. If you look at the closed comb, you could call this a hybrid design as well. So because it mimics an open and a closed comb. And the top cap also is scalloped a little bit. So this is probably supposed to help with guiding away the lather as you slice through it. Looks good. Alignment looks good. So let's do the lather now. My Pellegrino has been floating around in the water here, even though a synthetic brush you don't really need to soak. I do it anyways because I can. And we're just going right into the container here. Let's take some more water. Since this is a medium soft or semi-hard soap, I think we're going to be just fine. It's not too soft. I'm not picking up too much soap in 5 seconds. It's already coming out here. All right. Yeah, it's a little Arco inspired, that's for sure. It has a little bit of this citronella smell to it. All right, we need more water. But the scent is not as intense as with Arco soap. And I know it's very a controversial topic because some people really love Arco and some people really have a hatred for it. It is very intense. I can shave with it. I don't love it, but I don't hate it either. The Pellegrino handle is really easy to hold onto. There's a big bulbous handle. You're not getting your fingers into your lather as you're lathering here, which I really appreciate. I like that. So you don't constantly have to clean up your hands, because then, you know, right after you're gonna grab your razor handle and you don't want to slip off, drop it accidentally just because you have soap on your hands. Again, I think the soap would have probably benefited from me putting some bluing water in it, into the container, but I think we're fine. This is just fine. So, razor, like I said, alignment's perfect. Let's get it wet and let's get the shave on the road here. So we're going with the grain. First pass, and there is quite some stubbliness going on here. So it's going to be noisier than on the subsequent passes, obviously. And so then right out of the gate, it might sound a little intimidating. And it also might have a little bit more of a kind of a draggy, not draggy, but like a, what's the word? Brain not working today. English. Tugging. A tuggy feel to it, because there is more that the blade has to cut off in this first pass here. But then once we're past the first pass, you can actually then really tell how aggressive something is. So right now there is a little bit of tugging going on. I don't want to blame that onto the Derby blade, because the Derby extras are known to be pretty good. But it does tug a little bit. So far I don't feel like this is super overly aggressive. I find this actually to be relatively pleasant. The soap isn't the slickest. It's rather light in body. But I think that could have been improved if I would have done some blooming. Not bad, not bad. The razor really takes it off. This is already 90% there. Let's finish up the first pass. And I'm going to remember the tip from Arthur, one of my German subscribers. Very good. So now the soap has been sitting here on my brush, and I bet you the blooming that we didn't do ahead of time is now going to happen. Here, let's not rush it now. Let's at least get the face wet a little bit. So that's pretty good. Now we're going to dip the soap in water and lather one more time. So yeah, if you're a total Arco fan, this soap might be down your alley. It is, like I said, not as intense, not as citronella candle-like Arco is. But I gotta say that I have used soaps that give me a little bit more slickness and cushion. But overall not bad. Overall not bad. My skin doesn't seem to mind the soap. That's always a good indication. Like if the soap already gives you like the burning sensation and the rash is quick to follow. All right, let's do across the grain. Still German 37 Slant razor. Still pretty noisy. So you can see there is quite some blade sticking out. In those Slant razors, they are torsioned or twisted in there, and that supposedly gives the blade edge kind of a little bit more stiffness. I like the heft of the razor. I mean the 613L stainless steel handle definitely added some weight to it. So a comparable zinc razor like the Merkur 37 would definitely be much lighter. Relatively easy to get under the nose. trying to see here. So interesting. So one side of your nose is always going to get this corner and the other side that corner. So definitely different blade angle, but well, it doesn't make any major difference. Still pretty noisy, but good. It is not a slouch. It's not super mild. It's more like towards, if I would cut the mild to aggressive range into 3 major pieces, so mild, medium, and aggressive, I would put this somewhere in between mild and medium. So, you know, quarter up the way kind of deal. So this is not a slouchy little razor. That is absolutely mild. It's not a 34 Merkur. It's not a leaf twig. It's a little bit more aggressive than a DE89, I would say, but it's definitely not a Yaki, what was it, top aggressive slant that we tried out before. That one was definitely more aggressive. But hey, if you guys want and you want to see a $6.99 Yaki slant top aggressive compared to this one, or maybe what other alternatives do we have? Any other razor that you have seen here on this channel before, you want this to be compared to something, just let me know. Check out RazoRock's webpage. I'm going to put the link down below in the description. It's company Canada, as I said, a lot of Italian made products. Razors most likely not made in Italy, not made in Canada either, I don't think. Okay, let's do another pass against the grain this time. So this is going to be the telltale sign. If this is really aggressive, I'm going to know down there. Yeah, a little bit of noise up the grain or against the grain. You're always going to find a little bit of some leftover. And don't forget, during your shaving, your skin is moist. Everything is kind of different. Once your skin dries up afterwards and you're done with aftershave, your beard hair is most likely going to retract a little bit. So you're actually going to be smoother than what you feel here during the shave. So the idea of the slant, I mentioned that before, is putting this blade in, first of all, in this twisted position, stiffens up the cutting edge, and then putting it at an angle like it is gives you a slicing motion, which you don't have with a normal DE safety razor non-slant. You see the little bit of stripiness here? That's because of the hybrid, kind of semi-hybrid design. So it's a mix between open and close comb plus slant. Yeah. Very good. All right, and now let's add a little bit more lather here. I feel like that is a little on the thin side down there. Okay, against the grain of my neck, And this is the difficult side here. I do extra short strokes, you know, so that I'm not catching. It seems like my skin is sticking out and I easily catch on things. Here, this side is a little easier. Very good, very good. It is aggressive and you really got to control, especially here in my section, I have to really control the pressure, downward pressure. But with the weight of this razor, which we haven't even covered yet, let's cover this real quick. With a blade, 101 grams. So it's, yeah, it's a good weight. It's pretty chunky. Some people might not like it. You know, if your favorite weight is kind of like in the 80 gram rate, this gram range, this is a little bit more stout. But let's do a quick little inspection here. Perfect, perfect. Very nice, very nice. And I don't think I cut myself anywhere. This is still a little left over from previous injury, but overall, good job, smooth shave. All right, let me rinse off and I'll be right back with you guys. So yeah, from washing off after the fact, I can tell that the soap is not the slickest. It is relatively light bodied. It doesn't have much leftover slickness. The skin is relatively dry now. All right, let's try out the XXX aftershave. Let's give it a sniff test. Yeah, a little. It reminds me of, let's get the Pinot Clubman out. No, I'm wrong. Not anywhere near. Yeah, I can't say. Of course, the alcohol content is clearly detectable. A little bit of some lemon, a little woodsy. And yeah, menthol is hard to detect. Yep. Light tingle, nothing major. And it's definitely in the Argo family. Yeah, there's some woodsy notes definitely to be detected here. And alcohol, of course, gives you a little bit of a burning sensation, even though we don't have much irritation going on here at all. Of course, you know, the more aggressive a razor is, the more it scrapes on your skin. You might not cut yourself because you have the perfect technique, you have a good soap, you have, you know, slickness and cushion and all that stuff, but you still scrape a sharp implement past your skin multiple times. And I forgot to put my phone at airplane mode. Obviously, you just heard that. Let me turn the volume off. So, yeah, pretty good, pretty good. The razor is pretty good. It's not a beginner razor, let me say it this way. Don't buy this as your first razor, buy it as your second or third razor. Start with something that's really agreeable. Merkur 34C, you know, immediately comes to mind. This little puppy here, the HD, is so mild, but still takes the stubbles off and will give you a good shave. Or, you know, all the other ones. We have no, this is the Edwin. This is the DE89. And then right next to it is the Müller R89, which are kind of cousins. So pick one of those. And then if you later on, after a few months, you want to try out a Slant, this is not a bad choice, especially for the price. If $25, you know, if you don't like it, you sell it on eBay for like 20 bucks and you didn't lose much. So there's a secondhand market for razors for sure. It's a piece of steel and a piece of zinc alloy. You can disinfect it and use someone else's razor, no problem. So if you absolutely do not like it, and you want to get rid of it, you will find someone on eBay for sure, or in one of those many shaving related Facebook groups. You just put that on there and off it goes for another 20 bucks. So really nothing to lose. And I did enjoy it, but it's, you know, it's not one of those razors that blows your mind. It's definitely, in the great scheme of things, nothing special, I should say. And then one also should not forget the pride of ownership kind of factor of things. If you own like a nice stainless steel razor like the 6S made in the US, or you have a Rex console that we just recently tried out, which is also a Slant razor, this is some quality craftsmanship. Yeah, good, but nothing special. That's what I'm going to stick with. Alrighty guys, that's it. We got a shave done. My skin is pretty happy. The aftershave actually makes my skin really soft, so that's good. And the scent that comes off is now wearing off a little bit, and it actually becomes very enjoyable. Yeah, so I don't have my wife here at home today, so she is not going to immediately give me feedback on, oh, I hate this, or I like it. But everything feels pretty happy. So I don't have any burning sensation from the aftershave. This has all worn off. So yeah, pretty good, pretty good. And since I don't have a matching aftershave balm or lotion or something like this, I'm just going to add a layer of Nivea Man Sensitive, just to nourish the skin, just a little bit. Scent-wise, they are maybe not the best match, but overall, price-wise, RazoRock is a great place to start. All their razors are reasonably priced. Check out their Game Changer series of razors. They have a few different choices. The Lupo, there are many different razors that you can try out. And lots of people online have already tried out RazoRock razors. They are pretty, consistently getting good reviews, I would say, including here, this one, the German 37. So at least by name, I have a fellow German here. Alrighty guys, that's it. You guys hang in there. I will see you in the next one. Bye.